This is mine. It is for me. This is mine. This is mine. This is mine. Life, complexity, entitlement, complication, belonging, rights, creation, community, deserve, home, factions, synthesis, splintering, collaboration, development, separation, growth, attachment, reaching, death, evolution, connection, adaptation, difference, communication, assimilation, variation, mélange. This is mine. It is for me. I am the molten phoenix flying from the fires of creation, holding my breath with much anticipation, been waiting, debating whether I should show you how I learned to know you, how I grow, move, and groove through the pages written by the war storm that life wages. It is true. I am not done, undone at best. No time to rest. Gotta pass this test laid down on these streets that make the beats that I dance to, throw my hands up to praise it, find out how to phrase it. In this body of work, fire, and music, I choose it. This life of living, it's worth it. This is mine. It is for me. It is for this reason that I speak with my body. I wasn't given the words to say or the how to say them. I was told that they weren't for me, so being the brave little niglet that could, I pushed, spelled, I studied, I worked, till I learned it good. And once I made it, I was a little bit jaded, but I must admit about the life I was supposed to have, especially the supposed to part. 'Cause it seems like I just done it all over again. I learned the lines, played through right from the start to finish, only with a mouthful of cum to show for it, and a life undone by the cold stares and bulb glances of my fellow pickle biters, because I speak with my body. It is mine to use, to give, to abandon and care for, or even abuse if I so choose, because this is mine, my reason why I impulsively, instinctively move, a victim to the rhythm and jive that drives me deep into darkness. Night falls over me like a curtain, woven together by the sweaty glances stared shot from the corners of eyes, touched by the ancient magic called lust love, pulls me into streams of movement, rivers of dance, all teeming with the promises of youthfulness cut short, starred by the lack of hope that once ran freely through jazz-colored clubs and the coffee-painted pages of the past. This is mine. It is for me. This is the history of my body. It is legitimate. It is valuable. It is not imposing. It just simply is. It is not inferior. It is not secondary, not exceptional, doesn't require explanation or rationalization. My body and all its palimpsest histories is my reason. This is mine. It is for me.
Hi there. Hi. My name is Lady B, and I am Seattle's premier TransFabulous, Femtastic, Draglesquing, Sass-Mouthing Negro. Yeah. I'm here to talk about voice and vulnerability and how developing the two has helped me heal the scars of my political body. If you hadn't guessed, that piece I just performed is titled, This Is Mine. Yeah. I'll let you in on another secret. I am also black and a Middlebury College graduate. I actually wrote and performed that piece for the first time as a sophomore, just a few years ago, downstairs and to the left, almost certain that I was going to faint, burst into tears, and to receive a failing grade on my creative process final. See, I came to Middlebury from Cleveland, Ohio, one of the most segregated cities in this country. But even then, I was fully aware that white people existed. It's going to be one of those kind of talks, so I invite you to buckle your seatbelts. It's going to be an informative ride, yeah? So I was introduced to the white people at my all-boys Catholic college preparatory school. And to paint that picture a bit more, I'm also a gender-fluid trans person, openly gay and queer, the first openly out student in the school's 98-year history at that time, deeply socialist, and very much a Buddhist. I was the Technicolor magical rainbow unicorn in the fledgling bro dude stack. Now, I've since learned that bro dudes are people too. Yeah? There were lots of challenges, lots of opportunities to practice patience. That and 4 years of overachieving brought me here to Middlebury College, where I would create one of my very first solos titled Black, Ugly, and Uncomfortable. After just a few months here, the years of my internalized oppressions, racism, misogyny, trans-misogyny, came to the forefront. I covered my wonderfully nappy hair at all times with scarves and hats. I hid my curvaceously gender non-conforming body as much as possible in baggy, ill-fitting clothing. I didn't speak up in class when someone said something blatantly short-sighted about people of color, queer people, women. I was so afraid of being labeled that angry black person that I'd all but silenced myself in many ways. I was trying really hard to live up to my role as a professional, inoffensive token. By the time I had written Black, Ugly, and Uncomfortable, I was consciously feeling the pressure to know all the right answers, to say all the right things. That's difficult. Please excuse me. There were many opportunities, chances when people found a way to make me feel as though I didn't deserve to be here. There was no shortage of people to remind me that I may have only gotten in because I was black and poor, gay, or the rest of my list, which I know is silly because I'm so clearly fabulous, right? But there was no shortage of people to remind me and to reinforce that ill-formed ideal that I didn't deserve to be here. And to clarify, yes, several students and some faculty alluded to or flatly said such things to me. And I would find ways to try to defend their manifested oppression. Now, there's a whole other talk there about compassion and social justice in the education system, but I only have 18 minutes, and I already did a dancing thing, so voice and vulnerability is going to have to do, right? Thanks to my many mentors like Crystal Brown, Maria Hachi-Giorgio, Penny Campbell, and some of my dearest friends, I learned that my voice is an extension of my physical body. So in silencing my voice, I was also silencing my body and all of the history and wisdom that comes along with it. I was afraid of being too vulnerable. Now, being the overachiever I was and still kind of am, but what I like to think to a much healthier amount, I wanted to dig deeper. I had to. Time flies swiftly here, and before I knew it, my senior work was coming up real fast, right? I knew that I was reaching a monumental part in my life as a professional and as a person, and I'd have to find some balance between honoring my integrity as an artist and also my ability to pay bills as a person. And that is where the Lady Bold, the Lady Beautiful, the Lady B, this person was born. While developing the Lady B, I wrote a show closer, a catchphrase that changed my life forever. She said, "May we have the courage to be kind and honest with ourselves and others." Sounds nice, right? And simple, but not that easy to do. For example, I find it hard to be honest and kind when someone compliments my remarkable enunciation. I don't like that. Or when someone finds it hard to believe that I didn't grow up in a gated community. Oh, well-intentioned white people. That's cute. Shortly after I wrote those words down in my senior thesis journal, an opportunity to practice them presented itself. A feminist advisor of mine had some objections to my uses of drag performance and my senior work, the last work I performed in this building, actually, The Art of Too Much. I went there. I twerked. Like this. There was more. I didn't understand why this person had it out for me. For months, I dealt with passively and not so passively expressed concerns. And out of my ladyship, I'll leave that to your imagination. Right? And to be honest, I wasn't acting with much kindness towards her either. And one day, the sky opened up, and I saw the situation more clearly. She didn't dislike me. She was hurt by years of misogyny, just like I had been. We were fighting the same battle, but from different vantage points. And it was in that moment where I realized I hadn't just created a great show closer, right? But I had been inspirited with a balance of voice and vulnerability, a way to make sense of my complex identities in a complicated world. In that moment of political and personal integration, I realized that I wasn't putting on a character or embodying someone's idea of gender presentation. Instead, I was manifesting my own identity as a politically conscious, queer performer of color. My palimpsest histories merged to form a full being that wanted more of and for the world than what was being accepted. Through my art, I am able to embody my truths and invite others, like yourselves, to witness myself doing the work of healing my wounds, celebrating curiosity, asking myself the hard questions of how I can be my best person in this world. Now, I don't know all the answers, don't have very many of them at all, but I am trying to hold space for all of my truths and all of my parts, and all of yours as well, which I believe will make all the difference. And that's why I'm so committed to showing up for myself, because it means I can show up for all of you. There are lots of ways in which I can make myself into a victim. I choose not to. I choose not to be an inspiration. I choose not to be an out-of-the-ghetto success story. I choose me, all of me, because I'm fabulous. And you're fabulous. And you're fabulous. And we're all fabulous, yeah? And we're humans with perfect flaws and hopes and dreams and voice and vulnerability and the ability, the capacity to be self-actualizing individuals. I do choose to live and work and play in Seattle, Washington, where I met some of the most inspiring, affirming, glitter tribe of burlesquers that I could have never dreamed up. And they pushed me to work harder, to play smarter, to live and love boldly. For example, they have me teaching Twerkshops for money. If that isn't an example of anti-oppressive, intersectional success in a capitalist world, I don't know what is. It brings me great joy to bring my blackness, my queerness, my triumphs, and my struggles to a stage and often have them be appreciated. In the words of the world-renowned poet, Beyonce, it feels like I'm school in life. I would like to thank the many Negroes that made it possible for me to be here today, especially the Sass-Mouthing ones, for their determination, their hope, their perseverance. I would like to thank the women who helped me find the strength to be courageous, the men who taught me the importance of questioning the world firmly, the gentlefolk who helped me claim my transcendent, TransFabulous truths. Now, in closing, I would like to invite us all to have the courage to be kind and honest with ourselves and others. Thank you.